After nearly 4 months of calm, the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season is suddenly roaring back to life. As September turns to October, two powerful storms are now stirring the waters, forcing Royal Caribbean ships to alter their routes in dramatic ways. For affected sailings, any shore excursions linked to canceled ports are being automatically refunded as onboard credit. Guests can then book new excursions through the Royal Caribbean app or directly at the shore excursions desk on board. Departing from Cape Liberty, New Jersey, Symphony of the Seas will no longer visit the Bahamas on Sunday, September 28th, as originally planned. What was meant to be a 7-day tropical cruise to Port Canaveral, Nassau, and Coco Cay has been significantly altered. The ship is now heading in the opposite direction to avoid the developing storms. What was meant to be a 7-day tropical cruise to Port Canaveral, Nassau, and Coco Cay has been significantly altered. The ship is now heading in the opposite direction to avoid the developing storms. Sydney, Canada. Overnight stay from 10:45 a.m. Tuesday, September 30th to 6 a.m. Wednesday, October 1st. Halifax, Friday, October 3rd from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. As compensation for the significant route changes, guests will receive onboard credits, $75 for interior staterooms, $100 for ocean view or balcony staterooms, and $200 for suites. Additional credits apply for third and fourth guests in the same stateroom. All guests will also receive a future cruise credit proportional to 1 day of their paid cruise fare, valid on any Royal Caribbean sailing departing on or before September 28, 2026. After departing Port Everglades on September 20th for an 8-day Southern Caribbean cruise, Oasis of the Seas made slight itinerary adjustments. Instead of visiting Perfect Day at Coco Cay on Saturday, September 27th, the ship spent the day in Nassau, Bahamas. This change was partly due to port scheduling, as Utopia of the Seas and Wonder of the Seas were also visiting the island, and not solely due to weather. The ship returned to Fort Lauderdale as originally planned on Sunday, September 28th. Guests on Enchantment of the Seas will not experience the originally planned 5-day Bahamas and Perfect Day cruise. Due to expected bad weather in the Bahamas over the weekend, the ship departing Tampa on September 27th has been redirected to the Western Caribbean. Day at sea, Monday, Costa Maya, Mexico. Tuesday, Cozumel, Mexico. Wednesday, day at sea. Thursday, October 2nd, return to Tampa. The largest Oasis-class ship will spend more time on board for activities and less time in port to avoid Tropical Depression 9, which is expected to intensify into Hurricane Imelda over the weekend. Friday, September 26th. Nassau, Saturday, September 27th. Nassau skipped, heading directly to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Sunday, day at sea departure and return from Port Canaveral remain unchanged. The cruise departing Miami on Thursday, September 25th, will not follow its original Eastern Caribbean itinerary. Saturday, September 27th. Instead of Grand Turk, the ship will visit Cozumel, Mexico from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., 30 minutes longer than originally scheduled. The cruise departing Cape Liberty, New Jersey, will not sail to Bermuda as planned on a 5-day itinerary. Instead, it will visit St. John, New Brunswick for an overnight stay. This adjustment avoids Hurricane Humberto, which is strengthening and moving north. During all itinerary changes, guest safety remains the top priority. Royal Caribbean continues to monitor weather conditions for the entire fleet and will make further adjustments as needed to ensure a safe and enjoyable experience. Hurricane Humberto. Maximum sustained winds 260 kilometers per hour, Category 5, moving west-northwest at 10 miles per hour, expected to remain strong over the weekend and early next week. Tropical depression. 9/Imelda, winds of 56 kilometers per hour, expected to strengthen into a tropical storm while passing over the Bahamas and eastern Florida, including Port Canaveral. Guests traveling to the Bahamas, Eastern Caribbean, or Bermuda over the next few days should stay in close contact with their cruise line for the latest itinerary updates.